I am so excited to be sitting down and making my second YouTube video ever. I'm Rachel Ross, and I am a soon-to-be Agnes Endura independent representative. I am so anxiously waiting for my inventory to arrive and to get this stuff in your hands. But the reason for this video, as you saw the title, said, "Dear Facebook Live sellers, sincerely, your loyal customer." So, while I am about to be a rep with Agnes Endura, I am yet to do a Facebook Live. I haven't sold anything yet, and as I was kind of preparing and getting ready for the future, I started thinking about my experience as a customer. I have watched probably thousands of Facebook Live sales at this point, and I've learned a little bit along the way that I want to take with me. So I also wanted to share those things with you today as other potential Facebook Live sellers. So I made a list of the top 8 things that you should not do because it drives customers crazy. Now, like I said, I'm a soon-to-be rep, so I have to take my own advice here too. So I hope that you'll find me on Facebook and observe some of my lives in the future and call me out if I break some of these things, because I don't want to drive you crazy. So I've got a list of 8 things that I say that consultants and reps should not do. But then I have 8 ways to improve those things. So I'm not just going to leave you high and dry. I've got some suggestions for you too. So let's get started. How many of you have been a part of a Facebook Live that looked something like this? Okay, hi. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes and let some people hop on. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a few. Guys, that is so obnoxious because usually there's already people who are on there waiting, ready for you to get started. So, my suggestion, don't say, "Give me a few, I'm gonna let other people join." You already have people there. Say hi to us. Maybe we're not your best friend, maybe you don't know us, you've never heard of us before, but acknowledge us. We're there, we're ready, we're excited to shop with you. You said you were starting at 8 o'clock, here I am, it's 8 o'clock, let's go. So my suggestion is get started early. Acknowledge those who are already present and say hey to them, ask them about their day. There are other ways to kind of expand that time without making people feel ignored. So say what's up and then get started. Another thing that drives me crazy looks something like this. "Hey, honey, what are we gonna have for dinner?" "Oh, you already ate? Okay, just heat me up something." Side conversations are the worst. I think about it like this. If I were at the mall and a sales representative was helping me out at Macy's, right? I'm not gonna wanna hear her talking on the phone to her husband asking about what's for dinner. I want her attention and I want her to be helping me at the time. So I think that that's how Facebook Live sellers should be too. Right now, you are zeroed in on your customers. You are all about their needs and their wants. Nothing else matters at the time. You're on here for 30 minutes, you're on here for 40 minutes, let that other stuff happen later, okay? So, side convos are a no-no. Talk to us, talk to the people who are viewing you, talk to the people who are on your feed at the time, okay? Oh, another thing. Don't let us feel like Dorothy being swept out of Kansas. What does that look like? Someone who is holding their phone or holding their computer and talking to you like this? No, you're gonna make us dizzy. We want to be stabilized and in one spot. So find your spot and stabilize it. Many ways to do that is use your laptop or your computer, which is what I'm doing now, or invest in a really good tripod. There's some that have those like bendy arms that you can literally attach to anything. A chair, your bed, anything. So get attached to something, be anchored down, and don't make us dizzy. Let's see. Whew, this is a big one. Don't leave us in the dark, okay? I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Give me 1 second as I make you dizzy right now. All right, I'm in my living room in the natural light and with my big giant light on in the middle of the room. Can you see the colors of my shirt? If I hold up an item, Do you have an idea of the colors of this? Not really, not at all. So invest in some good lighting. I suggest getting some soft boxes. That's what I have. Here's one turned on. Good size, good difference. Here's two turned on. Now, think about that. I first had you in the dark. Now I've got some lights on. I found these guys on Amazon. If you have any questions about the products that I'm using, shoot me a comment below and I'd be happy to direct you to what I've got going on. So don't leave us in the dark. Let us see the true colors of the things that we're purchasing from you. And that way we're not surprised when we get our package in the mail, okay? Another thing that kind of drives me crazy is when consultants or reps are just talking and talking and talking and talking. Get us engaged. We are there, we're watching your video because we're really interested in what you've got going on. So ask us questions. Ask us about our day. You know, get us chatting. Use those comments. Use those emojis. Maybe questions like, if you're watching TV right now, give me a thumbs up. Or if you are sitting on the couch, give me a heart. You know, little things like that to get your audience involved and make them feel like they're a part of the event. They're not just a spectator. Bring them into it so that they feel a part of it. I think that that's the way that you'll get more people watching your videos because they'll start to make connections with you. And you won't just become the lady or the man on the screen. You will become a part of them and you'll be friends. And you can get to know each other a lot by that comment section. So I encourage you, don't just talk and talk and talk, engage. Another thing that I have slowly but surely gotten a little frustrated with are long and drawn out product reviews. Many people who are shopping with you are probably already very familiar with the line, or they might have a few easy questions. But to go on and on and on about pieces sometimes can just make your videos too long. People don't want to sit there for an hour and a half watching you talk about their things and then they're talking about your items and then literally like a 3-minute time period is the stuff that's in their size or like the things that they're interested in, right? So I suggest asking questions. Hey, anybody want to ask any questions about this? Anybody have questions about sizing? If so, shoot me a comment and I'll answer. Otherwise, I'm going to jump in, and then you can start selling from there. It again involves your customers, and it makes them feel like their questions are being answered instead of them having to sit through something that they don't really care about. So ask questions. Here's a big one for me. I've seen a lot of people selling on Facebook Live, and they'll use their number tags like many people do, and they'll sell things by either saying sold $315 or mine $122. I think this is a great way to sell. But the thing that I do not like is when consultants put numbers in order. So here's number 1, here's number 2, here's number 3. Well, Fast Finger Frida has already got sold number ready, so that as soon as she sees you drawing up this pattern, oh, that's the one I want, 7, sold 7. You haven't even told her that the number is 7 yet. But because you've been going in order, people are able to pick up on that, and people aren't having a fair chance at saying sold because others already know what's coming and they can just pound it in there. So my quick suggestion there is just mix your numbers up. 35, then 215, then 341, you know, just mix them up a little bit so that it's fair across the board and those anticipators aren't able to just jump on every single item. All right, my very last suggestion, number 8, find the perfect happy medium of how long to hold up an item. A lot of times people are trying to find the right light, so they're holding up an item and they're moving it around so fast that nobody can quite see the pattern or decipher the colors. People sometimes hold things way too close or hold them way too far back. I suggest finding the right place and holding there for just a few seconds so that people can get a good look. Now, don't hold it there for 5 minutes, right? Like nobody needs to inspect it that much. But make sure that you're giving your customers the right amount of time to view something before moving on to the next. So a quick suggestion would be discussing this beautiful Austin. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer to the camera. I'm gonna find the right colors. I'm gonna wait just a second, and I'm gonna let you view. And then I'm gonna step back and say, number 15, okay? So just allowing people to have time to view the item and understand the colors of what you're showing them. So those are my tips, all right? In a quick nutshell, those are my tips. Again, I'm gonna be doing this very soon, so I hope that I follow my own tips, right? So I encourage you to find me on Facebook. All my information is below. Find me on Facebook, join my group, and join some of these live sales. Make sure I do what I just said I would do, and I hope that maybe this was helpful to you other Facebook Live sellers to know from a true customer what we're after. So best of luck, reach out and find me below. I hope to bring you episode 3 soon. Bye-bye.